Throughout human history, we have sometimes fallen prey to animals, often in horrifying numbers. In some cases, humans themselves have unknowingly provoked these tragic encounters. Human beings can be cruel, reckless, overconfident, and defenseless against creatures that nature has turned into perfect killing machines. Even a sick lion or an old toothless tiger can kill a person in mere seconds. The Sao Lions, the Ghost, and the Darkness, location and time. In 1898, the British began constructing a railway bridge over the Tsavo River in Kenya, Africa. Appearance: the workers unknowingly awakened demons in the form of two man-eating lions, nicknamed the Ghost and the Darkness. These lions were atypical. They lacked manes, and their hind legs were more muscular than usual. They were likely unattractive even to lionesses. Attacks and victim count. It all started when the lions dragged workers from their tents at night and ate them in the nearby bushes. Growing bolder, they began feasting on people right next to the tents. Their size and ferocity led many to believe they were supernatural beings. Over 6 months, the lions killed approximately 100 workers and at least 40 locals. Possible reasons for attacks. Autopsies revealed that the lion's teeth were severely damaged, with one suffering from a serious jaw injury. This may have made it difficult for them to hunt their usual prey, like antelopes and rhinos, leading them to attack humans. Eventually, the killings may have been for sport. Who killed them? The chief engineer, Henry Patterson, bravely faced the beasts. On December 9, 1898, he shot the first lion. The second was killed on December 29th. Patterson later found their lair, a cave by the Tsavo River, where they had stashed the remains of many victims. The cave still exists today, and the lion skins were sold to the Field Museum in 1925. Kissig the Bear. Location and time: 1915, the small village of Sankabetsu, Japan. Appearance: a massive brown bear, standing over 3 meters tall and weighing 500 kilograms. Attacks and victim count. What happened next seemed like a calculated revenge by the animal after being wounded while raiding a cornfield. The bear broke into a hunter's home, where the man's wife and young son were. The bear instantly killed the child and then attacked the woman. Despite her attempts to fend it off, the bear carried her, still alive, into the forest in its blood-stained jaws. 30 villagers went into the forest and wounded Kissig, but failed to kill him. The next day, the bear returned, attacking the family of another hunter who had injured him, killing 2 of his children and his pregnant wife. Terrified, most of the village fled. The bear's reign of terror continued for a month, claiming 50 lives. Who killed it? The villagers brought in a hunter, who initially refused, but on December 14, 1915, he tracked down and killed Kissig. The bear's stomach was filled with human remains. Gustav the Crocodile. Location and time: Burundi, starting in the late 1970s, with reports suggesting attacks continue to this day. Appearance: a massive male Nile crocodile, measuring an estimated 7 meters long and weighing over a ton, with fearsome jaws resembling those of Jurassic reptiles. His skin is covered in countless scars from custom-made knives, spears, and bullets. Attacks and victim count. Locals say Gustav doesn't kill for food, but for pleasure. Each time he attacked, he would kill several fishermen or people near the water's edge, disappearing for months or years before resurfacing elsewhere. His attack methods left little chance of survival, and he is believed to have killed over 350 people. Reason for man-eating. Some believe Gustav developed a taste for human flesh during Burundi's civil war, when many bodies were dumped in rivers and lakes. Over time, humans became an easier target than larger mammals. The Chava Tigress. Location and time: Nepal and India, 1880-1890s. Appearance: a large Bengal tigress, weighing about 250 kilograms, with an unusually light-colored coat. Attacks and victim count. Her attacks were so frequent and deadly that people began calling the tigress a demon. Many hunters tried to kill the Chava Tigress, but she was too fast and cunning. Eventually, the Nepalese government decided to solve the problem once and for all, sending soldiers to hunt the man-eater. Even the army failed to capture the striped monster. However, the tigress was forced to leave her habitat and crossed into India, where she continued her bloody hunt, growing so bold that she began attacking in broad daylight and prowling through villages. In total, she killed 429 people. Possible reasons for man-eating. An examination of the Chava Tigress's body revealed that her fangs had been broken, likely due to a gunshot wound. Injured animals, especially those with damaged teeth or claws, may turn to hunting humans, as they are easier prey than wild animals. Who killed her? The tigress met her match in the famous hunter Jim Corbett, who ironically went on to become one of the founders of India's first tiger conservation programs. The Leopard of Rudrapur. Location and time: India, 1918 to 1926. Appearance: an unusually large male leopard, weighing around 80 kilograms with powerful jaws. Attacks and victim count: for 9 years, the leopard terrorized several villages in the Rudrapur district. Between 1918 and 1926, it claimed at least 125 victims. The animal demonstrated remarkable cunning and intelligence, traits not typically seen in big cats. In 1925, the famous big game hunter Jim Corbett arrived in Rudrapur to track down the man-eater. He spent 10 weeks in the forest without success. Refusing to give up, Corbett returned 6 months later in the spring of 1926. The leopard was lured with goats and the remains of the people it had killed, with cyanide capsules hidden in the bodies. Tracking the beast took 2 months. Possible reasons for man-eating: injuries to its face, likely inflicted during a hunt for an Indian porcupine, caused the leopard severe pain and occasional inflammation. This made hunting its usual prey difficult, leading to an unnatural craving for human flesh. Who killed it? On May 2, 1926, Corbett finally managed to shoot the leopard, ending its reign of terror. The man-eating lion pride. Location and time: in 1932, near the town of Njam, Tanzania. Appearance: it is said that many of these man-eating lions had darker coats than typical lions. Attacks and victim count: this pride is believed to have killed around 1,500 people from the local tribe. According to legend, this fearsome pride had once been under the control of a tribal shaman. When the shaman was overthrown, he sought revenge on his people by unleashing the lions upon them. The predators terrified the locals so much that they were too afraid to even speak about it. Possible reasons for man-eating: if we set aside the legends, it's likely that these lions found it easier to kill the frightened, paralyzed villagers than to hunt antelope or buffalo. Who killed them? The problem was eventually solved by the famous hunter George Rushby, who managed to kill 15 lions, while the rest left the area. This brought an end to the series of killings. However, locals believed that peace was restored because the shaman had been reinstated in his former position.
This is by no means a complete list of animals that have hunted and killed us, bipeds, sometimes for food, sometimes for sport.